Greetings, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of One Take. And yes, I know it is not Tuesday or Thursday. It is a Monday bonus episode of One Take. What? That's right. You're welcome. We're mixing things up a little bit here because I like to mix things up a little bit. Sometimes we need a change in our day. We need a change in our life. We need to learn from it. But enough of that. So, a little story. Years ago, in a galaxy far, far away, it feels like, because it was prior to my mortgage days, I worked for a Domino's Pizza franchise. Franchisee, same thing. Person, business, whatever. Anyway, I worked with them. I started there delivering pizzas my freshman year of college and eventually moved into their management training program, all within the same store that I began at. So I worked at the store for a couple of years. And then I was doing really well. I got promoted to assistant manager pretty quickly. And then it seemed like a week after I got promoted, our area supervisor comes to me and he goes, "Jason, we're moving you to a different store." And I was like, "What? That sucks. No, I like it here. I know these people. I know the area. I know the routines. I know everything inside out. I could almost do it with my eyes closed." And he kind of looked at me like, yeah, that's the reason we're moving you. Now, it wasn't just a me thing, thank God. It was a practice that they followed, that they wanted their managers that they were developing to work for different stores, therefore work for different store managers and find out different ways of doing things, different styles, different ideas, different strengths, different weaknesses, things like that. And long story short with that, it ended up to be fantastic. I worked for the most part some really great people. One guy that really sucked, but he taught me what not to do, quite a bit of what not to do. But what it did was it created a massive amount of diversity in my abilities and my experience. And I like to think that my career has done that as well. And it got me thinking, as I was thinking randomly yesterday, I saw it somewhere, but the whole hunter thing that we talk about, particularly in sales, when I have a hunter mentality, and I get that. Want people that are energetic, that they get out there, they find new opportunities, they develop new things. We need that. In business, in our personal lives, we need that. However, we're humans and we are hunter gatherers. We need both. We need the hunting and we need the gathering. Because if we're constantly out there hunting, we're not learning anything new other than what we're doing on the hunt. And then if on the opposite side, if we're constantly just gathering, if we're staying complacent in one place, we're really just learning about that right there. What we need is the balance of the two. We need the community, we need the experience, we need the knowledge of the gathering aspect, but we need to get outside and do things differently sometimes, a lot of times, get new experiences of the hunter aspect. And so I was thinking about that again. I think a lot on the weekends. I don't know what it is. Anyway, so I was thinking about that last week or a week or so ago about LinkedIn. And I have recently, no offense to any of the people that I'm connected with, I'm sure it's all the algorithm, but I've been kind of bored with LinkedIn, seeing the same thing. And so I started to think, I'm like, most of my connections in the last last year or two have really been based on hunting, on people, ideas, companies, things like that, that I want to become more familiar with, that I want to know and understand, because frankly, they were what I needed to for the role that I was in. And what I realized that was that it limited me quite a bit in the experience of other people and the knowledge and the ideas that are out there. And I was starting to get bored seeing the same crap. And so a week and a half ago, I just started randomly hitting connection requests to anyone that I shared at least 60 or more connections with. I figure, crap, if we know 60 of the same people, there's no reason, one, we shouldn't be connected, and two, that I shouldn't be learning from you as well. So I've started a blitzkrieg of that, so much so that LinkedIn said stop for the week, Friday afternoon, but it's Monday again, so we're going to start over. So anyway, the moral of the story is to think about that. Hunting is awesome, but we need the gathering too. And gathering is great, but we need the hunting with it. So make sure you're doing both. Make sure you're bringing in the diversity that you need, that your business needs, that your life needs, and you'll be the better for it. This has been One Take. It is Monday. Make it a great week. Take care.